Hi, my name is Ilya Zlanik, advisor and partner with Vivaldi Capital Management, and welcome to today's episode of Journeys to the Summit. I have a very special guest today. Noah Zlanik, my son, has joined us. We're kind of in that very interesting time where camp's over and school is yet to start. It starts Tuesday, so we had some extra time. And Craig Lemoyne, who just interviewed me on his podcast, was nice enough to let Noah join. And for us to interview each other. So he's going to ask me a few questions, and I'm going to ask him a few questions. How you doing today, Noah?
Good.
What's your day like today?
It was good. We went to this top of Willis Tower.
Yeah. Well, your birthday. When's your birthday again?
July 28th.
July 28th. So for his birthday, my parents, my mom's here too, told Noah that they would do a day in the city with him. So today's that day, right? So we took the train in, and then you went to the top of the Willis Tower.
Yeah.
How high is the top of the Willis Tower?
103 floors.
103 floors? Wow. And you took one elevator to get to the top?
We did a couple escalators and then an elevator.
There was a couple escalators, so the escalators were the beginning, and then you took an elevator? How long did it take in the elevator?
65 seconds.
65 seconds to go 103 floors? That's wild. Is that fun? Okay. And then what was it like what was the view like when you got to the top?
It was amazing. My favorite part was the observation stuff, where you can see down and then you can see everything.
It was like all glass, right?
All glass.
Yeah. Were you afraid of the heights?
No.
Okay. Well, I like heights too. Some people are afraid of heights, so it's a good thing you're not afraid. Okay, well, I know you have a few questions for me. You want to start with one of the questions?
My first question is, what's your favorite thing as a dad?
What's my favorite thing as a dad? My favorite thing as a dad is I got two boys. I got you. You just turned 8. And then your brother, Ari, who just turned 5. I could say my least favorite part about being a dad is when you guys fight with each other. But besides that, hanging out with you. The other day, you just started to really enjoy baseball. We got you a baseball bat, a really cool Hype Fire bat, which you love, right? That's a pretty cool bat. And we went to play baseball with your friends, right?
Yeah.
And we spent a couple hours just hitting the ball. I was pitching. I was the all-time pitcher. You guys were playing one-on-one, and that was a lot of fun. So stuff like that, just hanging out, playing.
Yeah.
What other questions you got?
What have you learned from me?
What have I learned from you? Okay. I think when you get older, and you become an adult, your mind's always racing. So you're always thinking about the future. You're thinking about the past. Did I do this right? Did I pay this bill? What do I have to do next? Do I have to sign you up for all these sports that we got to sign you up for? So always kind of thinking about things, not always living in the moment. But when we're hanging out, like playing baseball together, like we did the other day for 2 hours, gave me an opportunity to kind of watch you and. For those 2 hours, you didn't think about school that's coming up or something that you might have not done a couple weeks ago. You were just kind of fully immersed in that moment. That's one of the cool things about being a dad. It's kind of being able to relive your childhood and being in the moment with you. What else? You got one more question, I think, right?
What's the hardest thing about being a dad?
What's the hardest thing about being a dad? Well, I think it's getting easier. Like when you were a kid, when you were a little baby, I think that was the hardest part. Trying to figure out how to keep you healthy and making sure that you don't hurt yourself and all that stuff. But as you get older, it seems to have gotten easier. But still, there's a lot of things to think about to make sure that you go to school and you do all. You're kind of growing up the right way. So, but I think in the grand scheme of things, there's so much joy in being a parent that it makes all the hard things worthwhile. Can I ask you a few questions?
Yeah.
Okay. You got school coming up, right?
Yeah.
When does school start?
Tuesday.
Tuesday. And are you excited? What are you thinking about school?
I'm just thinking about, I have a couple fights in my class.
Okay.
And I'm excited.
You're excited? That's cool to be excited to go to school. Because I don't think every kid gets excited for summer to end and school to start.
Yeah.
So that's awesome. So you go to some pretty cool schools. What's your favorite subject in school?
PE.
That was my favorite subject too. I love PE. Okay, so besides PE, what else do you like to do?
Math and reading.
Math and reading. I just got your Kindle recently, right?
Yeah.
What are you reading on that Kindle?
Diary of a Wimpy Kid.
Okay. And you like that book?
Yeah.
Anything specific that you like about that?
Uh,
Nothing at all? Tell one thing from that book.
they kind of talk about video games.
Video
At least
games?
they say video games.
Wait, I thought there was one thing that you came to me, you're like, the dad in the Diary of the Wimpy Kid reminds me of you, of me, because he kept saying to his son that you gotta go play outside and you can't play video games.
Yeah.
Okay. How do you feel about when I tell you you can't play video games and you gotta go play outside?
Because I want to play video games. I get
That's funny. What do you want to do when you grow up?
Be a basketball player.
Okay. And why a basketball player?
Because it's my favorite sport.
Okay. So I coach your basketball team, and I will say I'll give a shout out to you that last season you had 2 games where you had over 20 points. So that was pretty cool. So maybe there's a future. But I will say, let's assume that you have a very successful NBA basketball career, right? And you retire. Would you come work with me?
Yeah.
Okay. And then you know what would be really cool is you could be the financial advisor to elite NBA basketball players. That would be a really cool cadre of clients for you to have.
Yeah, I really, really want to do that.
Okay. Do you know what I do, by the way?
Yeah, you're a financial advisor and manage people's money.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool career. Well, no, it was really fun having you on. I love talking with you. High five. All right, man. We're going to lunch soon, right?
Yeah.
All right, let's get some lunch. All right. Bye, man.